He was interested in something more intimate. He was interested in something that was close to him. He didn't want all them other things. I'm going to drop the bomb and give you a secret. He was interested in his commitment. Because he even utilized his wife to say, go ahead and curse God and die. She had a little theology in her statement, although she really didn't believe it. She understood if he cursed God, he was going to die. So, brother pastor, you got to learn how to hold your hope. Have I got a witness here? You ought to hold your hope. The first chapter talked about how he had canceled his contract with his servant. It was the first chapter that spoke of him being an upright man. It was the first chapter that led us to believe that he hated evil. It was the first chapter that told us he was a great man. But in the first chapter, there is 22 verses there. If you don't mind, travel with me from verse 1 to verse number 22. Verse number 1, we see Job as a faithful father. Verse number 2, we see Job as a fruitful father. In verse number 3, we see Job as a fortunate father. In verse number 4, we see a father, that the father that made this father fret at his children. In the 5th verse, we see a forgiving father. In the 6th verse, we see a forewarned father. In the 7th verse, we see a flourishing father. In verse number 8, we see a forthright father. In verse number 9, we see a God-fearing father. In verse number 10, we see a fortified father. In verse number 11, we see a folly-free father. In verse number 12, we see foul fellowship with the father. In verse number 13, we see a father with a faulty family. In verse number 14, we see a frightful news coming from the farm in his father. In verse number 15, we see a father that had a fugitive retreat from a fight. In verse number 16, we see a father that had fire on his farmstead. In verse number 17, we see a father having a flashback of where his children were. In verse number 18, we see a father that had to face a frightening funeral. In verse number 19, we see a father that had to turn to fantasize about the foe finishing his family. In verse number 20, we see a father fellowshipping with his own father. In verse number 21, we see a father focusing on God's favor. But in verse number 22, we find a father that finds fulfillment in the formula of faith. Have I got a witness here? I see Job saying to us, I'm just like a preacher here. I know you read the verse. In all of this, Job didn't say it. I wondered what they were saying here. Job was saying, I got to exegete what's in the passage. I got to tell you what I learned from my lesson. The last verse was hope in our sorrow. Somebody here needs to see hope in our sorrow. Job didn't say it. All of this, Job didn't say it. What here. He's pulling out the text to tell us, don't give up on God. I gotta win. I gotta tell you, Greenville, as I leave here. Good evening, Mount Zion. Good evening, Greenville. I gotta leave it now, but I gotta tell you how to hold your hope. I'm reminded of a story of a mentally challenged young man. One day, this daddy, he died. But when he died, he left a will for this little boy. The little boy, he loved his daddy because you know when you're a little different than everybody else, folk talk about you. But his daddy loved him. Have got a witness. But that didn't stop his daddy from loving him. He went on and found out one day that his daddy had died. When his daddy died, the lawyer came into the room. There were 4 brothers came to that house, and when they came, the daddy had died, and he left a whole bunch of things. One brother loved the little boy, but when he died, the lawyer stepped up and opened up the will. He started reading. He said, this man that died, he left a whole lot of things. He had IRAs and CDs. He had a checking account. He had a savings account. He had a Learjet. He had his own private plane. He had a helicopter. He had a house in Beverly Hills. He had a beach house in California. He had another one in New York. But that's not all. He had all of this. He had a Beamer. He had a Mercedes. He had a Hummer. But that wasn't all. He had a all of this. And I got a witness. When the lawyer kept on reading, one brother raised his hand and said, brother lawyer, I want the IRAs. I want the CDs. I want the checking account. I want the savings account. About that time, the other brother raised his hand, said, I want the Learjet. I want the helicopter. I want the private plane. Before he could finish, another brother raised his hand. He said, I want the house in California. I want the high-rise in New York. I want the beachfront in Florida. And at that time, the other brother sitting in the corner, he said, y'all wasn't there when my brother was sick. Y'all wasn't there when I came to see about that boy. Y'all wasn't there to take care of him when you turn your back on him. So the lawyer kept on. He said, all right. That 4th brother, he said, I don't want it. I just want to bless the boy. I want to be a blessing to him. So that lawyer, he packed up his briefcase, put it under his arm, and started walking to the door. The other brother said, no, I can't take the boy because I've spent all my time spending the money. The other brother said, I can't take him because I took care of my business a long time ago, and I can't have children. I don't want nobody else. I can't take the boy. I be too busy going from house to house. I can't take him now. The other brother said, okay, that's good enough. I'll take him for myself. Lawyer almost through the door, and they kept on saying what they wanted. And so they said, oh, hold up one second. I wanted all that stuff. Why you not giving it to me? The lawyer said,